Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the Thrunite Ti5, which is a small, compact, single AAA LED flashlight. And we're going to compare it with these other Thrunite flashlights. And I also want to let you guys know to stop back tomorrow, because we're going to be doing a giveaway. Thrunite's been actually very kind to me, and they want to be very kind to you guys as well. And we're going to be giving away one of these titanium ti4ts. So stop back for tomorrow's video, and we'll let you know what you got to do to enter, and when you guys will be able to get this, hopefully in time for Christmas. So that's awesome of them. So here we go, the Ti5. We're going to talk numbers first, because I know you guys love numbers, especially to get that out of the way. We have the Cree XP-G2 can't talk today. The XP-G2 LED, and it has a pretty good array of modes. So you do have a Firefly mode, which is 0.03 lumens, which is going to last you about 120 hours. So you're talking like 6 days almost. A low mode, which is 10 lumens, which is 6.5 hours. And a high mode, which is 100 lumens, which will last about 30 minutes. And the strobe mode is, of course, 100 lumens and lasts about 60. The working voltage is 0.9 volts to 3 volts, so it can only use one single AAA battery. No lithium ions for this one. It says the beam distance is 43 meters. It's IPX8 waterproof standard. Impact resistance to 1.5 meters. Aircraft grade aluminum. And the weight is 20 grams. It comes in a small little metal tin with a couple of spare O-rings and instructions and all that jazz. So we're going to show you real quick how the light works on this thing, talk about the light itself. And so there's your little moonlight mode, the 0.3 lumens. And this one actually has an interesting clicky, and we'll get back to this in a minute. You can't, if you want to use the clicky to change modes, you have to do it before you turn the light on. So there's your low, your higher, your highest, back to low, medium, high, and then strobe. So this is a forward clicky would be I think the appropriate term for this, whereas opposed to the rest of these have a reverse clicky. So in order to actuate the modes, what you have to do is, with the flashlight off, push it in halfway, and then push it in halfway again, and it will cycle through the modes. Now you don't have to do it like this. You can also just turn it on, and you can cycle through the modes by tightening and loosening the head. So, two different ways to go through the modes. Belt clip is permanently attached. It, as I said, takes one single AAA, so it is kind of smaller and has a smaller runtime. Has the orange peel reflector. Overall, nice little light for the money, about 20 bucks. It's about the same price as the Ti3, and only $5 cheaper than the Ti4. So what makes this thing different? Now, if you have the Ti3, you know, the Ti3 also is only about 100 lumens, but the Ti3 doesn't have a clicky. It only has the head, which you have to turn on, and then you have to loosen and tighten it to adjust it. So for people who don't like the clickies, because they get activated in their pockets or whatever, this may be a good option. The T4, of course, is the bigger brother, uses two AAAs. Of course, it has higher lumens. This one goes up to like 200 lumens, but it's the same principal way of actually working. The only difference is, this is what's known as a reverse clicky. You can't push this in halfway. There is no momentary on with this. Once you turn it on, however, then you can push it halfway to change through the modes. So that is one of the major differences between them, and that you do have to pay attention to, is you do have a forward clicky versus a reverse clicky. So once again, just to kind of demonstrate that real quick, with this one you have a momentary on effect that changes, and once you get to the mode you like, you click it on and it stays on permanently. Ti4, like I said, there is no half on. You have to click it on. That relieves the tension on that, and then you can cycle through your modes. via a half click. So, little different interface because of the two different clickies. I prefer the forward clicky. I like being able to use the momentary on, and I like being able to cycle without choosing. So if I need just, you know, a little brief second of moonlight or whatever, it's a great way to turn that on. So that is important to me. The Ti4t has the same interface, but of course with the Ti4t you're getting that Cree XML LED, and you're getting the higher lumens. This thing goes up to about 300 lumens, but the operation is the same as the actual Ti4. It's got that reverse clicky which you turn on, and then you cycle through the modes with that. But of course you can still change it through the headlamp as well. So this thing I think is a pretty neat little thing, and it gives you a little variety between the two. And so if you own the Ti4, there is reason to own the Ti5. If you own the Ti3, there's a reason to own the Ti5. They're different enough where these things can kind of suit your needs, because we all have different needs. And for me, guys, the reverse clicky, I like it. You know, I do like the reverse clicky, but I do like that momentary on that you get with this, that you can just give it that little bink, you know, and so you can cycle through the modes and put it onto the mode you want to go on permanently, as opposed to turning it on and then cycling. So that is important. The memory only lasts for about 10 seconds, so if you do pick a mode, after 10 seconds you have to start back over at low again. So there you go, guys. Real simple piece, you know, nice, easy, very pocketable. And like anything Thrunite, they're a really good value. It's 20 bucks, which is really, you know, on par with all the other good manufacturers out there. You know, it is waterproof, shockproof. These things are tough as nails. There's tons of good torture tests on the internet about these lights, so if you want to check that out, you'll see how tough Thrunite really makes these things. But just wanted to show it and compare it with these other lights, just so you can kind of see and help make a better decision. So there you go, and don't forget to tune back in tomorrow for that giveaway.